Hello Assassins, this is MagnitudeX, and in this second episode of my Exploring the Jackdaw series, we'll be covering the upgrades and customizations of Edward Kenway's Black Flag companion, the Jackdaw. In the previous episode, we covered the weapons and artillery of the Jackdaw, and our last and final episode we'll take a look at how the Jackdaw fits into the world of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. This is episode 2 of Exploring the Jackdaw, and in this episode we take a look at some of the upgrades and customizations that have been unveiled so far for the Jackdaw. Edward Kenway will be able to upgrade many facets of the Jackdaw, ranging from looks to weaponry and even ammunition. Many of the upgrades done by players will be simply for cosmetic or aesthetic reasons, or in order to have the best looking ship in the Caribbean. But other upgrades such as the weapons and ammo will have a much more profound impact on the gameplay and will help the players progress further in the single player of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Beginning with the weapon upgrades that are available for the Jackdaw, starting off you'll be able to upgrade the amount of cannons up to a maximum of 56, and on which side of the ship they are located. Each weapon will be upgradable from their standard setup to a reinforced or enhanced setup, or even in some cases which material they are made out of, for example like bronze mortars. You'll be able to add a ram on the bow of the Jackdaw in order to ram other ships in combat. This ram can be upgraded from a standard to a reinforced or even a heavy setup. But please note that I'm only working off of the currently released information from Ubisoft, and many of the things still might change or might be announced later on, so it's not necessarily a full list of weapon upgrades or customizations. Not only are the weapons upgradable, but you'll also be able to purchase and unlock ammunition for those weapons that will bring new purpose and uses for them. You can upgrade your cannon's ammunition to include lead, iron, or even incendiary cannonballs that are used in a heat shot. Edward will be able to increase the amount of damage caused by these weapons and of course the ammunition capacity. Moving on, we take a look at some of the visual customizations that are available for the Jackdaw. One of the most obvious ones of course is the type of sails that Edward can use on his ship. Of course there are plenty of sails that are offered as DLC pre-order items, but we're only going to be taking a look at the ones that have been unveiled in the game so far. So let's take a look at some of the sails that are shown off. First off we got flower sails. Next we have the black and red sails, gray sails, diamond sails, gilded sails, Queen Anne's Revenge sails, the Royal Fortune sails, Benjamin sails, Aquila sails, Spit Blood sails, and lastly, the Blood Skull sails. Of course, this is not the complete list, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of more sails available in the game. Another visual customization for the Jackdaw is the type of figurehead that can be placed on the bow of the Jackdaw. So far, there's only 5 figureheads that have been revealed in the trailers, but I'm sure there'll be more available at the time of the release. The next visual upgrades that can be done on the Jackdaw include changing the wheel that allows Edward to steer the Jackdaw. So far, there have only been 2 customization options revealed for the wheel, and that's an ivory and iron wheel. You'll be able to upgrade the hull as well, which serves 2 purposes, visual and structural. So the more upgrades you do to the hull, the more damage your ship will be able to take in combat. And the last upgrade that has been unveiled so far is the diving bell. Once you unlock this item for the Jackdaw, you'll be able to explore the depths of the Caribbean seas, and by exploring them you'll gain new access to lost sunken treasures, caverns, and find those all-important blueprints for upgrading. Now that we've covered the upgrades and customization, it's time to look at how you'll afford all of these upgrades. Edward Kenway will have to scour the seas for treasures and ships that have the cargo he needs. Using his spyglass, Edward can look at distant ships and see if they have something that he needs, but he'll also be able to determine if his ship can stand up to them in combat. So using your spyglass in the game will give you access to a great tool that hopefully will make scavenging for cargo and items a lot easier. And lastly, we'll take a look at the importance of blueprints in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Blueprints will play a crucial role in upgrading your Jackdaw. Edward will have to find all the blueprints if he wants to fully upgrade his ship. Blueprints will be scattered throughout the Caribbean and found on small islands, secret coves, and of course in underwater wrecks. So once you've found a blueprint, then a new upgrade will become available at a fisherman's village for Edward to purchase and install on the Jackdaw. Well Assassins, that's episode 2 of Exploring the Jackdaw. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video and you found the information useful, and it's made you even more excited for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. As always, please leave a like on the video. It takes me quite a bit of time to actually prepare these special episodes, and of course share it with all other Assassin's Creed fans, whether it's on YouTube, social media like Twitter and Facebook. But for now Assassins, I'm MagnitudeX from GamersBeverage, and until episode 3, stay thirsty.